Hello everyone, it's Diane. I got a special box in the mail from one of my YouTube viewers. She has seen some of the journals that I make using vintage pieces, and she's been collecting vintage things for a while and not using it, so she decided she needed to destash and she wanted to send me a box. So she contacted me, and before long, I had this large box in the mail, and this is what I got. All these goodies you see before you. I'll try to go through them quickly. I got them sorted into kind of categories. I was sick the day the box came. I came down with a stomach bug, and of course I had to open it and go through it, and I was flabbergasted. And then I had to put everything back in the box and set the box down, and I didn't even get to go through it again for 2 days. I just looked at the box and I was too sick to even think about going through it. Finally, I'm feeling better. I'm a bit weak, but I think I can do this video. So these are some vintage cocktail napkins, which I believe were probably for bridge parties, since they have the card suits on them. They have a really neat texture. I don't know if you can see the texture, but these are really fun napkins. These are some vintage doilies. Again, texture is different than on the modern ones. They feel a little bit thicker, and can you see there's a texture in the center? Very, very pretty. Beautiful. Postcards that she sent, very interesting ones. This one says Wanderlust, postcards for insatiable travelers. This is not vintage. Some of these are vintage and some are not. This has a 2002 date, but what a fun card. I love that. This one is also great. I like elephants, and this was written on by someone. This one has Cyrillic writing on it. This one looks vintage with a cardinal. Iowa State Memorial Union. Oh, I should say that the person who sent these to me is Julie Mangold, and she's from Iowa. Julie, thank you so much for wanting to do this. You will see these things in projects in the future. This is a vintage postcard from California. And this is a series of postcards from Quilt Barn. Barn quilt project or something in her county in Iowa. So they have quilts, they're made out of wood, on the barns in this county. Aren't they neat? Beautiful postcards. Then some other cards that she sent include this sequence picture card set, which I believe is vintage. So apparently the child is supposed to take the cards. I've got two series here, one of doing laundry and one of washing the dog, and put them in sequence of order. They're fun too. Really cool. Never seen anything like that. This is just a simple postcard with a stamped address on it. It's probably vintage. And then this is a set of Know Your Trees flashcard game. So it's got the description of the tree. Oh, there goes my phone. Sorry. And these large cards, vintage phonics cards. And there's a little story on the back that you tell to help the child learn their phonics. So they're really fun. I like those. Beautiful vellum envelope. Nice, good size. And some wallpaper samples. They're kind of a vinyl, so they have a nice feel. And this one was made out of, this envelope was made out of wallpaper. Two of them. Oh, maybe they all are. Nope. There's samples of wallpaper, and then some are made into envelopes. Looks like most of them are envelopes. I didn't even realize that. So that's fun. She sent me a lot of envelopes. I've got a pile of envelopes here in the pile. These are all bags. Some of the bags contain some of the goodies I'm showing, and some of them just had You know, they were just the bags put into the box. These are some Halloween treat bags. These are vintage caramel corn bags. I love these. Another Halloween. Some pretty chairs. I love chairs. A merchandise bag. More Halloween. These are fantastic. Some striped bags. This one's neat. Clocks and hats and bird cages. It looks like an emporium. A brown bag and another merchandise bag. As I said, some of these contained some of the goodies, but I will definitely use the bags. 2 vintage patterns. Love, love, love vintage patterns. My mother owned a fabric shop when I was a teenager, and she sold quick sew patterns. It was the first time I'd ever heard of quick sew patterns. And I love this. Looks like it's from the 60s. And then some cards she sent me. These are scenes from New York City. Chrysler Building, Empire State Building. This might be a view from the top of the Empire State Building. Greenwich Village rooftops, it says. So that's fun. I like this. Clarity. And a piece of art. Monet. And this is gorgeous. It's from a museum. She sent me a picture of her and her family in there, which I won't show because I don't have permission. And some envelopes. Some of these are ones she made and some she didn't. I don't know if she made this one. I like those kind of envelopes. And then she sent me a bunch of these little ones that she made, I'm sure. These are envelopes made from a Dr. Seuss dictionary or a Dr. Seuss book. I'm a Dr. Seuss fan too. This looks like it's from a cooking magazine or something like that. Some more of the little envelopes. This is beautiful. Look at that. Just beautiful. And another one from a magazine. From a atlas page. Beautiful. Then she made a bunch from Where's Waldo books. How fun is that? Look at all of these. What bright colors. These will be really good in a junk journal. Then she sent me some papers, some like scrapbook papers. These are little, I don't know, maybe 4x4 Jenny Bolin papers. And I love these 8x8. I've never seen these. I don't know if they're Seven Gypsies or I don't think they're Tim Holtz. I would probably guess Seven Gypsies, but I really don't know. But look, they have antique photos on them. These are just fantastic. Love them. And I have to do a whole journal based on those books or pages. 6x6. I don't know who made these either, but these are really great. Some more vintage photos too, but I don't think it's the same company. Paper feels different. So those are great. Just a scrap. And then this was in a package, but I had to open it. Pretty papers. So thank you very much. Oh, and some pages from a Smash book. I love the images that the K & Company Smash books use. They're just so fun. I will definitely use them. Then she sent me some things from the Flow magazine. There's 2 pages of tags that are perforated. You just take them apart. They will get used. And this little booklet, 1 Letter a Day project from the Flow magazine. I love the paper. Wonderful. Then some vintage paper. I love vintage paper. I have never seen anything like this. I really don't know what it's for, but it kind of looks like a grading system at the top. and it has a place for the teacher's name, the course. So it's really neat. I don't know what all this is for, but she sent me quite a few pages of this. I love this. There's enough that I can use some and hoard some. Some vintage paper. It looks like it was pulled out of a composition type of book, but it's tall. It's longer than a composition book. Notebook filler paper, and I'm glad that this is on it because I can use this too. Wonderful. Oh boy, ledger paper. I love my ledger paper. It was taken out of a binder system. It is wonderful. Lots of pages she sent me. And I like these pages too with the holes. So fun. She sent me this set of notes. Looks like someone was taking a class on music. So there's some music terms in here with definitions: sonata, symphony, and fugue. And that's really fun. I really like the writing too. I play the piano, so this is going to be fun for me to read. Some tablet paper, vintage, and some paper. It's kind of a blue or greenish tint, and it's got numbers in the corners. I love this paper. And another set of ledger sheets with numbers in the corners. And pages from a Peanuts book. Peanuts happens to be my very favorite cartoon. And I don't know what book these are out of, but they're gigantic pages. And it's just like an index or something. But that'll be fun in art journaling. Some pages from a children's dictionary. They're large pages. 3 pages. This is from a 1948 Do and Learn book. It's been colored on, and the child has done the work in the book. How fun. I love that. Some vintage pages from a book. Children's book pages with some pictures of Ted. My grandson's name is Teddy. We call him Teddy. And Sally. They're great. These are pages from a stamp collecting catalog, and they feel vintage. I don't know what the year is from this book, but they're nice. They have a nice feel to them. They'll be great in a junk journal. And some pages from a needlework magazine. I'm going to make this 2 parts because I'm at 13 minutes now, and I still have more to go. I'll be back.